Hey there, Aries. It's Jen here. I'm doing your mid-November reading. Thank you so much for joining me. I've already have the cards laid out. Um, so I did, as I'm doing with these mid-readings now, doing a little more channeling in addition to your cards. And so while I was meditating before for you, Aries, one thing that came through was if you were struggling with a situation and maybe you're frustrated with someone, it could be anyone, it could be um, your significant other, a child, friend, coworkers, whatever. It just asks to take the focus off of how something is affecting you personally and just try to look at it from the other person's perspective. And by doing that, it helps to um, lessen the intensity a little bit and come to some common ground. So this is someone you want to work, you know, you want to maintain a relationship and work things out with. And so by doing that, and then I think what in turn would happen is that they will then do the same thing. So it's just a small way to de-escalate and to um, create some empathy and some common ground and build a bridge between you two. And this doesn't have to be something major or anything, but it can help ease tensions and feel like you're on the same side much quicker. Um, I see some of you may be getting a new pet. I see somebody buying a dog bed. I see birds. But it could be any pet. I just see you welcoming um, a new pet into the home and preparing for that. If you attach any significance to seeing birds, I know a lot of people. I think cardinals are a loved one who's passed. Um, that I do believe that, and this has been coming up quite a bit for the signs, that definitely is your loved one. Any sort of symbols or signs you're seeing and you're thinking, oh, that was so and so's favorite song. I really see that being um, real this this month or in around this time for you guys. Um, just some random things I get. I saw a roof, so to me that would mean um, just checking your roof, checking your gutters, looking for trees that might be scraping against the roof or could fall on the roof, or making sure if you're someone where it snows, you get a roof shovel and get the snow off. Things like that. I don't see anything horrible, but it's just to me a reminder of some maintenance. I mean, it could even be the roof of your car, being mindful you don't park your car, especially if it's windy under trees, things like that. And also, I saw an ear. So if my medical advice is if you have any medical issues, go see a medical professional. I don't give medical advice, but my advice is if you feel like your hearing's off or you feel something weird with your ear, to just go get it checked out. I don't see anything um, bad by any means, but it could be you're getting an earring, a piercing, something like that as well. I see you meeting someone or someone being in your life with, well, first I saw like beautiful eyebrows. So it could just be that you're going to get your eyebrows done, waxed, or whatever people do to their eyebrows. It's not my thing. Um, so it could just be something, maybe you're like, I want to get my eyebrows professionally waxed or something. But I also saw this person with these really beautiful, intense, but not in a scary way, uh, um, eyes and that part of their face that you may be interacting with that's very, what's the word? Intense to me has a more ominous meaning. Engaging, almost mesmerizing. You may just meet someone or have interactions, and it could be significant with someone where you're just very drawn to that area of their face. This sort of came up for a Libra in a little bit of a different way, but um, I see you driving down. I just heard the Grateful Dead. Was it going down the road and feeling bad? Um, I see you driving, going in the car, driving, or sitting in a car, or could be a train or anything, where you're just sort of staring out the window, and the scenery's just kind of going by as it does, and really pondering things. Life is too short. What a kind of an existential or bigger global, um, it could be global, the world, because I just said it, but just more the big picture of your life. Where have I been? Where am I going? What's important? Am I ever going to retire? Are we ever going to do that thing we always said we wanted to do? What are we waiting for? Um, so things like that. And I don't necessarily see it being like horrible, but it's enough. It's like a square. It's like the fives in the tarot. I don't think you have any fives, but you do have the tower, um, or the squares in astrology. Oops, sorry, that's an alert on my phone. Um, it makes things just enough uncomfortable, or brings things to the surface to examine and take some action on, because we can just, yeah, when I get more money, when I get this, when I get that. And so there's something, so that we have this tarot. Let's jump into the tarot, because we do have this tower card here. And the tower card really brings to light, it shakes our foundation. So this could be anything. It could be a health scare. Um, it could be, and it doesn't necessarily have to happen to you. It doesn't mean someone's dying, but it's something that could shake you. Because if you find out someone your age had something really serious happen, if you're a thoughtful person, you can be like, well, fuck, that could happen to me. Um, it could be just what's going on in the world is enough for anyone, right? To think what's really important in life, and what am I doing with my life, and where do I want to go? So I really see that tower card. I keep saying, sorry, I have all these tics that I do, as potentially being the catalyst for this pondering, this really deep, deep thinking about where you are, where you've been, where you're going. Almost a Three of Wands type energy. At the bottom of the deck, I'm using an incense stick. The bottom of the deck over here is the Queen of Swords. And the Eight of Wands also just fell out when I was setting up the cards for the bottom of the deck. They're kind of an interesting energy. They're a little bit opposing, in the sense that the Queen of Swords is very, very thoughtful. She, even though air is fast moving, the mature air signs, they're not just going to act on every thought in their head. Whereas this Eight of Wands doesn't mean there's no planning behind the Eight of Wands, but it's very quick moving. It's let's do it, let's go, let's move forward. Lots of energy, lots of all at once, and could, in the wrong hands or immature hands, go a little faster than maybe a more mature person would do. So I see, though, a balancing of, I want to put all these things in motion. I want to get that pondering, right? What am I doing? Where are we going? What changes can we make? We always wanted to live here. We always wanted to be able to do this. How are we going to make this happen? Let's go, let's go, let's go. Balancing it beautifully with this Queen of Swords, let's look at the facts, let's figure out the money, let's look at the data, and let's make a plan for this to happen. And there's lots, I see a lot of, I mean, there are 8 wands, right? A lot of things to figure out here, but let's start making lists, let's start figuring out, let's get our finances in order. Let's go to a financial advisor, let's look at all of our assets, I see kind of things spread out and just really pouring through things and trying to figure it out. There could also have been an inheritance, and this would have already happened, a passing, a catalyst. So for me, the Tower card, yes, it can be shocking and kind of shake your foundation. It can be a breakdown, but I see a breakthrough. There's always a silver lining. When the dust settles after the tower crumbles, you see what's true and you see the seeds of new opportunity that were being covered by this status quo that really wasn't sustainable or what you truly needed or wanted. So sifting through the rubble will come to the surface, the jewels that are left behind, the things you can now build upon to move forward in the direction that's the right direction for you. We have another slow moving energy here with the Knight of Pentacles. This Knight of Pentacles is slow and steady wins the race. It's a successful energy because it can defer instant gratification. So I see a nice balance here moving forward towards your happily ever after. What truly, you're able to see clearly now with this 10 of Cups, what your happily ever after is. If in the previous it was what society or what your family or what you thought other people think, and we all do this, oh, I have to have that house, this certain income, this certain car, be able to go on holidays, I have to, more external things. That tower can bring about, you know what, I would rather live on a lake in a one-room house than have this big house that is empty most of the time and all my money is getting sucked up in this property and we can't, and on and on and on and all those things. Just so I'm not saying it's exactly that, but what is truly important? I want to be able to travel to my family. I want to, with my family, to my family. I want to be able to, cut my hours back at work, or so I can help out with my grandkids, or stay home with my kids, or have time to do the things I really love to do. Let's see if I'm getting anything else. Oh, that's the 2 of Cups, not the 10 of Cups. Oh, so maybe there was a breakup. This could even be a divorce. So I'm getting a whole new message for some of you. You could have been in a relationship that broke up, and very, very quickly this other person was. So maybe you're with someone, you wanted to get married, or things weren't moving, and sorry, all of a sudden the relationship ends, right? And then before you know it, this fucking person who never wanted to get married or never wanted kids or whatever is married with kids or moving in with someone or doing like the thing you wanted. And that can be really heartbreaking from someone who's not involved. This goes back to maybe putting yourself in someone else's shoes. It seems like a dick move, but sometimes, I'm not going to say what I was going to say. In the long run, it wasn't going to be a happy, sustainable relationship, okay? And so this happening brings in the right person for you. So you may have had, someone may have been moving really, really slowly, and then it just, for whatever reason, exploded. But then it really clarified what's important, the type of person you want, and brings in the true relationship you want, and you would have never gotten here. It would have been sort of a facade, right? The Tower card highlights what wasn't sustainable, what was built on a shaky foundation. So now moving forward, you can feel more confident, more grounded. It's going to be a more traditional, slow moving relationship, yet it is going to progress. Maybe the other one, you guys got together really, really fast and then it just screeched to a halt and you could never get it going. This one's going to be maybe slower. When the Knight of Pentacles comes up too in relation to relationships, it can be someone that you're friends with first, someone that had been friend zoned, not necessarily. Sometimes you just don't even think of people, even if you're like, oh, they're cute or I like them. You don't really think of it as relationship material because one or both of you were in a relationship already. It just wasn't possible. So you kind of don't even think about it, and all of a sudden you're like, wait a minute, we're both available. How do you know? And huh. Um, so you may already have history or a relationship with this person, and you're now seeing them in a different light. All right, Aries, I'll stop it there. I hope you have a wonderful November. Take care.